and decision making. Let me begin with something that may challenge you, dear busy professional, and how you see productivity. Your brain is not slowing, your body might be too still, and it's affecting how you feel that your brain is working. Now, here's one truth I found out, that many busy professionals that we know today are trying to think faster, but they are living physically inactive lifestyles. Now, here's the truth: emotionless body, emotionless body often produces a slower brain because your brain depends on blood flow, oxygen. Your brain depends on blood flow. Your brain depends on oxygen. Your brain depends on neural activation to be able to perform at its best. So the question is not even about exercise. So as I'm talking, I'm not saying start asking yourself, oh, am I exercising enough? That's not the question. The real question is, am I moving enough to support the level of thinking that my work demands? Because smart thinking is basically biologically supported, not just ambition driven. Hello, and welcome to the Smart Short Break series today. And I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. I help you master confidence smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Today, we're talking oxygen, blood flow, and decision making. You've never heard a thing like this before. You'll be shocked at the truth you'll be hearing. You'll be wondering, so my decision making has been affected by oxygen, by blood flow? Yes, yes, yes. You've not heard it before. Today we'll be unpacking it and showing you real truth on how to navigate oxygen, blood flow around your system so that you can be able to think faster and make better decisions. Hit the like button if you're just hearing me. Hit the subscribe button. Yes, we go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. West African time here at the Smart Speakers Academy YouTube channel for what we call the Smart Short Break series. You will love it being here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's get into the conversation today, shall we? Let's get into the conversation. Mental speed is not merely a talent. Most people think that mental speed is a talent. Oh, this person is talented mentally. The way this person thinks is because of the way the person is talented with mental speed. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like the talent of mental speed. Yes, like I said in the comment section, emotionless brain often depends on the body movement. Oh, yes. Now, the truth is that mental speed is not a talent generated kind of feature. No. Mental speed is a supported function. Mental speed is a supported function. And now many intelligent professionals unknowingly are starving the very organ, their brain, the very organ that they need to feed for their leadership. So here's what I found many professionals do. Many professionals are unknowingly starving the very organ they depend upon for leadership. So you're a busy professional. You need your brain for leadership. You need your brain for creativity. You need your brain for decision making. However, you are starving that brain. So there's a chain I want you to pay attention to. There's oxygen, blood flow, then decision making is a chain. Right. Today is about understanding how this chain works. I'm not here to talk about fitness trends. No, no. I'm talking about mental performance. That's my own job. As a busy professional, my job is to help busy professionals master confidence smartness, but it is through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking, right? Let's get into the conversation. The truth is that in high level work, as a busy professional, the honest truth is that slow thinking is expensive. You cannot afford to not be thinking fast. This is the smart world. This world, your phone is thinking fast. You can't afford to be thinking slow. Slow thinking is expensive. It can cost you everything. It can. On the other side, mental fatigue is even worse because mental fatigue is costly. You cannot say, oh, I couldn't take that decision. I didn't really know what to do because I was mentally fatigued. Mental fatigue is costly. And then, should you not be thinking slow and you're not mentally fatigued, but you are taking poor decisions, that is dangerous. Hello, Mr. Chris. Hi, everybody. Hi, John Ekanem. Thank you for joining in today. So the truth is that your brain is your primary operating system. Your thinking speed is the actual competitive advantage that you have. Most of us are paying attention to our device. So you keep charging your phones, you keep charging your laptop, you're paying attention to artificial intelligence, you're paying for those artificial intelligence tools. But what about your brain? What are you doing to help your brain take decisions when you need it to? What are you doing to help your brain think faster? The conversation today is on oxygen, blood flow, decision making. As a busy professional, you should not just manage time or manage your energy. The most important thing you're managing is biology. Manage biology. Manage what supports your brain, because that is what shapes how your brain thinks. And how your brain thinks is what shapes the decisions you take. Interestingly, the decisions you take decide your destiny. Decisions decide destiny. I hope we know. We call it the 3D. Decisions decide destiny. But something fuels decision making. That is thought. Something fuels thought process. That is how our brain functions. That is why the Bible will say that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, honor God with your body. Your brain lives inside that body. Inside that body that God gave you lives a brain. Are you honoring God with it? How you steward your brain directly affects how you steward your mind. Yes. It affects how that mind of yours will work. Oh, I have the mind of Christ. I have the mind of Christ. How are you stewarding that mind of Christ that you have? Is there oxygen going? I'm going to be giving you the five core areas on this conversation today. What you want to do now is don't be on this live alone. Share this live with somebody that should be here. Hit the like button and let us get into conversation. You will hear truth you've never heard before. In the next 24 minutes, get every distraction away. You'll be hearing what you've never heard before, I can assure you. And this Smart Short Break series happens Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m. West African time. It is the best thing that can ever happen to a busy professional work day. Just come in here, spend 30 minutes, do something that can help your confidence, smartness, through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Shall we go? Now, the question is, how do you guard your mind if you are neglecting biological systems that power it? There are certain biological systems that power your mind. Oxygen, interestingly, is not just air. No. Oxygen is neurological fuel. Just the way you go and buy gas for your car. Oxygen is gas for your brain. Oxygen is cognitive support for your brain. Oxygen is literally your leadership infrastructure. Oxygen is the life of your brain. Yes. Yes. Do I need to take that again? Let me take that again. Oxygen is your brain's gas, your brain's fuel. The way you go and buy gas for your car. The gas for your brain is oxygen. Oxygen is not just air. Oxygen is cognitive support. Oxygen, number 3, is leadership infrastructure. So today, I want to introduce you to something I call the 5 oxygen laws of elite thinking. If you want to think smart as an elite professional, there are about 5 oxygen laws. This is where your authority begins to show by how your brain works. Number 1, law number 1. If you're ready, put in the comment section for me. Ready? I'm going to be showing you truth you've never heard before. That is why you should not miss any of our Smart Short series. It always comes fresh, like from the throne. It's always knowledge filled. Like it's too much value that we give for free, and we'll do it. We'll do it again and again till Jesus comes. Yeah. Law number 1. Law number 1. The brain cannot think beyond its oxygen supply. Hello, Choco. Hi, so good to have you here. Yes, I can see they're ready in the comment section. Law number 1, your brain cannot think beyond its oxygen supply. I know this is coming shocking to you, but that's why you should not be here alone. Go and call somebody that should hear this. I need my brain to work fast. I love the way this lady's brain works. I love the way Robin Sharma thinks. I mean, when you read Robin Sharma's books, I love the way what's the other? Alex Omozi. Oh God, did you hear him? You know, when you hear these people think, and you're like, wow, I love the way they think. Let me say this. Your brain cannot think beyond this oxygen supply. Your intelligence is expressed within the limits of your brain's oxygen. Are you aware? Most busy professionals are thinking that ability to think is psychological. No, it is not. Ability to think is first physiological. Hmm. Hmm. So when oxygen drops, as little as drop in oxygen, mental processing drops. That's why I say you cannot. So it is your oxygen level equals your mental performance. Oxygen level equals mental performance. When oxygen drops, mental processing slows down. Recall weakens. Something they said this morning, you can't remember what they said. Check your oxygen level. Focus begins to fragment. Check your oxygen level. Errors increase. Check your oxygen level. Simple math. 6 plus 8 times 7, but you're confused. You're confused. Errors. It's not because your mental capability disappeared. No. It's because your brain fuel reduced. So before you question your intelligence, dear busy professional, question your oxygen. Why are you always thinking that any small thing, you get into a hall, you see people who are maybe your age mates or even older and they are smart, you just say, I think I question my, I don't think I'm really that intelligent person. Stop questioning your intelligence. As a matter of emphasis, the level of intelligence that God gave to Albert Einstein is the same intelligence he gave you and I. That's generic, right? But the truth is, it is not a question of intelligence, it's a question of oxygen. Do not question your intelligence, question your oxygen. The issue is a biological support issue. So take a look at your day, busy professional. Long meetings, poor ventilation. You're inside one place that is covered AC everywhere, air conditioners everywhere. Hours you're seated. So what are you noticing? Mental fatigue. You're noticing sleepiness. You're noticing sluggish cognition. Your brain is not malfunctioning. No, your brain is under-oxygenated. Hmm. Most times, what we call mental malfunction. Some people say that my brain is it's not functioning well. I think there's a sometimes it can be mental malnourishment. That means you're not feeding the brain the right foods, the right hydration, or it can be mental under oxygenation. So the right oxygenation is not happening to your brain. The brain is called at that point, it is being under oxygenated. So, law number one, if you want to upgrade your mental speed in 2026, understand this first law that your brain does not think beyond its oxygen supply. It cannot. It cannot. It is the oxygen supply that determines the way your brain thinks. So oxygen is not just air, it is brain fuel. Law number two. Law number two. Still bodies produce slower brains. MDC Omar, Chief Engineer, sir, please come closer. If your body is still, it will produce a slower brain. A chronically still body will train your body towards lower energy states. You are the CEO and you sit down at a place, the more still your body is, the slower brain capacity is being produced. I need you to write this down. Movement increases circulation. Movement increases circulation. Now, the thing I'm referring to as being circulated here is oxygen. Because the moment circulation is increased, oxygen delivery is increased. And oxygen delivery increases neural efficiency. So when you hear neural, we're talking of brain. When you move, you are increasing the circulation of oxygen into your body. And that increases the number of oxygen that goes into your brain. That's what we call brain efficiency. I'm explaining to you cardiovascular neuroscience as simple as I can. And that's why you cannot be, your brain cannot work at a very fast speed if what you do is sit down idling for hours scrolling. That's actually the problem with scrolling. Apart from what the junk information does to your mind, what the blue rays from the lights does to your eyes and all of that, the sitting down on its own, most people are now more idle. The problem is not going to exercise. How would they drop that phone and stay away from the phone for 1 hour that they are doing exercise? That's really the big problem. That's that's the problem. And that's the problem with scrolling on social media. Because you cannot scroll while walking. So you just say, I said I don't have time. See, motion is a cognitive strategy. Motion is a cognitive strategy. Oh, thank you, Flex Nation. Thank you for the compliment. Motion is a cognitive strategy. When you decide to move your body, you are strategically making way for your brain. It's a cognitive strategy. Let me give you a quick tip. Dear business professional, every time you have a thinking problem, solve it moving. You'll be amazed at how your brain thinks faster. Maybe you're thinking about a particular product that's not selling in your business, or maybe you're thinking about the next way to go for your business, your company. You're just thinking you need a solution. As you're thinking, don't sit down to do that first. Move. Come back to this video and tell me what you noticed. See, brain speed is not just psychological, it is physiological. That's why most times you're stuck in a place where you're thinking about the solution to a problem. Ask yourself, when was the last time you moved? Like you used movement to solve a thinking problem. You're complaining. I don't know why when I write this, I don't know why when I do this, I don't when I want to write, I don't know what to write. Think about what you want to write. Moving. Move your body. Move your body. So that's law number 2. Still bodies produce slower brains. Your brain cannot perform more than the level of oxygen that gets with law number 1. Law number 2, still bodies produce slower brains. Law number 3, sitting is not just a posture. Sitting is a cognitive environment. Hmm. Sitting is not just a posture. Sorry about that. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Can I be heard though? I'm trying to fix this up. Mm. Can I be heard? Can I continue? Can I be seen and heard?